10:30 a.m. Monday, November 6. A middle-aged man is walking along Horton with a friend. Returning from breakfast together, they spot what they first think is a pile of clothes in the road.
And we went to check, and we saw there was this young man. He had braces, so I could see very well his face. He has painted his face red. It almost looked like he was in a costume or something like that.
Within minutes, police are swarming the area.
That was so unexpected, and I never have seen something like that in my life before. So it was very shocking.
Several blocks are shut down as investigators begin canvassing what turns out to be a massive scene covering at least 4 city blocks.
Tragically, we have 2 bloody bodies in the street, and we don't have an explanation for it.
It wasn't just the young man found dead. A little less than a quarter-mile away, the body of a young woman is found as well.
It's a long way between where the 2 bodies were located.
Looked like nobody saw or heard anything, because we were talking to the neighbors. They're just, in front of where that happened, and nobody heard any gunshots or anything.
Strangely, nobody in the area seems to have heard anything like gunshots or a fight break out.
So you were here, but you didn't hear it?
Yes, I was in my bedroom.
This is the voice of a man who lives about 50 feet from where the woman's body was found.
But you didn't hear any shots today?
Honestly, no. I just came from work this morning, but I didn't hear any shot.
A lot of neighbors have come out in support and asked what they can do to help for this tragedy.
As we were walking the streets ourselves Monday, we ran into a neighbor who believes she caught a suspect vehicle throwing the woman's body out onto the road. It's difficult to see without zooming in. Here it is again. You can see the vehicle door open and what appears to be a person fall out onto the road.
The fact that the bodies were left geographically in 2 places, and then the young boy was left about a mile away. We know there was likely a car involved.
After hours of collecting evidence and processing the scene, police left the area around 2 p.m.
This appears to be very targeted, very personal, and I don't believe it's random in nature.
As we were preparing for a live shot on Horton at 3:52 p.m.
Our Michael Martin is live nearby with everything we know so far. Michael.
We hear what sounds like several gunshots in rapid succession just down the road from our spot. I can tell you it is not a typical death investigation. You can hear the police sirens in the background of this broadcast as cruisers respond.
This is absolutely insane. 3 murders in 1 day.
Unbelievably, police were back in the same block of Horton on a deadly shooting. A man is gunned down not more than 25 feet from where the other young man was found dead earlier in the day.
I can't say for sure that they're connected, but the experienced police officer in me says there's a very good chance that they're connected, yeah.
The man shot and killed was identified as 32-year-old Daryl Yarber. While investigators are only just beginning the process, Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom said Monday night he believes all 3 deaths are likely related.
In my experience, to have a murder so soon thereafter in such a close geographic circumstance, it's not common, and there's a strong possibility that it is related, whether it's an individual that came back because they were looking to take more actions like they did originally, or whether this was a revenge, that someone was coming back to take a revenge for what happened.
Police ID'd all 3 victims Tuesday, 20-year-old Anayia Rodriguez and 19-year-old Malik Eubanks. It was also revealed that Eubanks' son, just 2 years and 11 months old, was found wandering about a mile from Horton.
Who had been left on the side of the road. He was covered in blood. That suggests that he was likely probably present for the murder, which is devastating.
Late Monday, police locate a potential vehicle of interest. Secretary of State records show the car is registered to Anayia Rodriguez.
If you have an incident where you think the offender either arrived or departed in a motor vehicle, there are so many cameras across the country, really, that it gives you a path as an investigator to seek out many opportunities.
A neighborhood left paranoid and confused as to why these three lost their lives Monday.
That's a lot of work for our forensic investigators, a lot of work for the detectives. So there's so many moving parts to this, but the more evidence there is to work with, the more likely we're going to come to a just conclusion in this case. So I think we're headed in the right direction.
If you know anything about the murders of Anayia Rodriguez, Malik Eubanks, or Daryl Yarber, please reach out to the Grand Rapids Police Department, or you can submit tips completely anonymous via Silent Observer.